You probably think cannibalism was rare, a last resort, something that happened only when people were starving, lost, desperate. But the real answer is far stranger. For most of human history, eating other humans wasn't an emergency. It was normal. Not constant, not in every tribe, every season, every year, but common enough and old enough that some researchers now believe it shaped how your ancestors survived, bonded, and even buried their dead. Start with the bones. Real bones found in real caves, marked in ways that are impossible to fake. At Gough's cave in England, archaeologists found human remains roughly 14,000 years old. The bones weren't just broken, they were cut, scraped, and chewed, with the same precision used on deer and horse remains found nearby. Researcher Sylvia Bello, who studied the site in detail, found something else too. Human skulls turned into cups, not crude smashing, careful, deliberate shaping. That's not the behavior of starving people eating in panic. That's ritual. Why would anyone do that? This is where it gets uncomfortable and where the science gets interesting. Anthropologist James Cole analyzed the nutritional value of a human body compared to large game like deer or wild boar. The conclusion surprised even him. Calorically, a human body is a poor meal, far less efficient than hunting an actual animal. So if it wasn't about hunger, what was it about? Some researchers believe it was about control. Eating an enemy after conflict, consuming a relative to keep them close, literally after death, marking territory by what was left behind and what wasn't. This idea has a name: funerary cannibalism. The body of someone loved, processed not out of cruelty, but out of intimacy. A final way of keeping someone inside the group instead of leaving them in the ground. Compare that to how you think about death today. You bury people, you cremate them, you keep ashes on a shelf or photographs on a wall. The instinct is the same as it was thousands of years ago. Don't let them disappear completely. Your ancestors just expressed that instinct in a language your modern mind finds horrifying. There's also a darker side. Evidence at sites like Atapuerca in Spain, studied extensively by paleoanthropologist Eudald Carbonell and his team, shows cut marks on the bones of Homo antecessor, a human relative that lived roughly 800,000 years ago. Some of those bones show signs of being processed the exact same way as animal prey: skinned, defleshed, discarded with the trash, not buried with care. That's not ritual. That's something closer to predation or warfare, or both. So which was it? Reverence or violence? The unsettling answer is both. Different groups, different eras, different reasons. Sometimes love disguised as consumption. Sometimes domination disguised as survival. And here's the part that should make you sit with your coffee a little longer. This wasn't a brief, isolated chapter. Evidence of cannibalistic behavior appears across multiple human species, spanning hundreds of thousands of years on multiple continents. It wasn't a glitch in human history. It was a thread running through most of it. Modern taboos around cannibalism are so strong that it's hard to imagine it any other way. But taboos aren't proof that something never happened. Often, they're proof that it happened often enough to need a rule against it. Think about that the next time you watch a documentary about savage ancient humans, as if you're somehow different. Your brain still runs on the same hardware. You still bury people you love instead of letting them go. You still mark loss with ritual, with objects, with something physical to hold on to. The method changed. The instinct didn't. You probably think cannibalism was rare, a last resort, something distant from anything human about you. But the real answer is far stranger. It might be one of the oldest parts of being human at all.